Hey, it's the Empire, Geoboxing Empire, back to boxing. Now, man, Tyson Fury, man, back at it again, man, with his sporadic actions, man, with his sporadic actions. He's been saying some disturbing things that leads me to believe that he's having some mental breakdowns right now, especially in these times when things are uncertain, nobody's working, things like that. Now, Tyson Fury said in February that he was going to fight 9 more times. Now, recently, in March, he said he's only gonna fight 2 more times and retire. The guy goes from fighting 9 times in February to the next month fighting 2 times and then retiring. You know, this guy he's unstable, man. He's mentally unstable. He doesn't know what he wants. He's iffy. He's wishy-washy. And at a heavyweight division, where everyone's so hungry, where everyone's so close to becoming a legend, at least in this generation, Tyson Fury's over here and over there. Now, this is a big deal because Tyson Fury has had a mental breakdown when he beat Vladimir Klitschko. He started doing real sporadic things. He talked about retiring. He talked about how he just wanted to beat Vladimir Klitschko, and that's all he really wanted to do. Could that be the same thing with Deontay Wilder? Could he really just want to beat Deontay Wilder and that's it? It seems like it, man, because this guy's already talking about retiring. He doesn't really seem like he has hunger and to prove himself over and over again. I think he thinks that one win is just enough. You know what I mean? He's one of those guys who just gets a win and says, okay, I beat the guy and that's it. The Vladimir Klitschko fight, when he beat Vladimir Klitschko, beating him 1 time was enough for Tyson Fury. In fact, he was depressed because he thought he was so good that no one else was left to challenge the guy, which is shocking because they were going to run it back until he got tested positive for PEDs, and then they let Vladimir Klitschko fight somebody else, i.e. Anthony Joshua, right? Shocking stuff. So that being said, man, we don't know how Tyson Fury is going to react to this whole Deontay Wilder situation when he fights him over again. We don't know if he's going to say, you know, I'm hungry, I'm going to be here for years to come, or he's going to be there, or he's going to say something like, yeah, man, I got 1 or 2 years left of me, I'm not hungry no more, you know, things like, yada, yada, yada. Because if he would have got beat by Deontay Wilder, let's just say he got beat this second time around, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't want to fight 2 more times and retire. Because, I mean, it's just not a good way to go out. You know, I think Tyson Fury, maybe it's because he's from a different region of the world. He's from Britain, and fighters like Lennox Lewis, decide to retire on top. Maybe that's Tyson Fury's goal, but it just him with his mental health problems, and he's always talking about it. I can't help but to take the guy seriously when he says he has mental health problems. If the guy tells me he has a mental health problem, I'm gonna believe him. You know, especially when he's over here advocating for it. You know, I mean, that was a big attention grabber for the Deontay Wilder 1 and 2 fight. His mental health problem, how he was a crack addict, things like that. You know, doing Xans, partying all the time. You know, that was Tyson Fury. And I don't think you don't just snap your fingers and get over that kind of stuff. There's some things that you don't need to be doing drugs over to fall back in a state of a spiral as far as your emotions go. You don't need to do drugs to be emotionally sporadic. Tyson Fury seems like a bipolar kind of guy, and he definitely is. When you watch his promotions, there's one time he's talking about being depressed and wanting to kill himself, and there's other times where he's dressed like Batman running around. And I'm not being, facetious. I'm being serious. This guy will literally put a Batman costume around and in the middle of a boxing press conference, stop criminals. It's wild stuff, man. Tyson Fury is a weird character. But that being said, man, Tyson Fury, man, like, it got me worried because, like I said, he said he's going to fight 9 times. Now he says he's only going to fight 2. We'll see what happens with Tyson Fury, man. The guy, it's crazy. He'll get his best wins, and then he'll have, like, some mental breakdown, especially the way he beat Deontay Wilder. If he was a competitive fight, maybe he wouldn't feel that way. But just that it was so lopsided, much like the Vladimir Klitschko fight. It was so lopsided that he really felt like he has nothing to prove anymore. That wasn't a close fight. You really couldn't give Wilder, any round. Really, maybe round 1, maybe. But, I mean, Wilder just didn't have his legs under him the whole fight. I really couldn't give him a round. So, he dominated the fight. While there's controversy behind the fight, Tyson Fury did dominate. So, yeah. Let me know how you guys feel about it though, man. Tyson Fury, man, he's sort of off the wall again. He's talking that depressing talk. Really big red flags for this Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury trilogy. Let me know how you guys feel about it though. Do you guys think he's alright? I don't think so, man. The guy has a mental health issue. They need to put him in a straight jacket. That's how I feel. Like, comment, subscribe. This is the Empire. Geovast Empire. Peace. Geovast.